guys, this is GamerCow. We are playing the Pokémon TCG2. Quick announcement before I fully start this. I am moving into a new flat on Saturday, and unfortunately the internet's not going to be instantly there, because it's a basically brand new place. I've got to have all that sorted out myself, and I can't get that done until Wednesday, because that's the earliest that the guys can come round and sort it out. So there won't be any videos over the weekend. There may be videos in the weekdays if I upload them at uni, but don't count on it until my internet connection gets fixed up. So now you know. Anyway, the deck I'm using at the moment is not the deck that we can use throughout the entire thing, but it's another Grass and Lightning. There's a restriction coming up that kind of requires me to use Pikachu. Spoiler warning, that's going to come at the end of this one. So yeah, I decided I would build another Grass and Lightning deck to work with that. And it's not really that exciting. I suppose it's sort of exciting because there's Venonat and Venomoth. We haven't seen Venomoth yet, so both different types of them because I've got one of each, so I thought why not. There's Pinsir as usual. I put this Tangler in just because it's a cheap attacker, although it's not very damaging, so that's only going to be early game stuff. The 4 Pikachu is required. I only have one of each of these two different Raichu here, so I've got to use this one, even though I think it sucks, but hopefully that won't have to happen very much. Electabuzz, Dark Jolteon to show it off. I've only got one copy, so that's why that's there. Trainers are fairly standard. Energy Search because I'm using 2 different types, lots of plus power. I might put another switch in though, because I am using... well, I'm not using that many high retreaters. There's Tangela, there's Pinsir's only 1 energy, that's one good thing about Pinsir. This Raichu is also only 1, so yeah, it's only really Electabuzz and Tangela, so I don't need to have any more than that. As you can see, I've still got a lot of basics because lots of basics means I can get lots of Pokemon out. I don't necessarily need as many as that, but I always find it useful to have that sort of stuff around. So yeah, Cassie, she has to have 4 Pikachu thing. As I said, spoilers, it has to happen right now. So yeah, we can't have Flying Pikachu, just regular cute Pikachus. Unfortunately, the basic Gnaw Pikachu is the only one which I have, so that's why I have to use it. And, well, she is, for an 8-bit character, I guess, kind of, sort of, maybe cute-ish. Cuter than the Pikachu, that's for sure. Yeah, I said it, I don't like Pikachu, so what? See, I have 14 basics and I still don't draw a single basic in my starting hand. That's how ridiculous this is. Thankfully, this game doesn't include mulligans though, so, I mean, she'd normally... if this was following the strict rules of the original game, she would be able to draw 2 cards from that. So, it's a good job in a way that it doesn't. Anyway, Electabuzz down should be all I need to start with, and as you may expect, because we are playing with restriction rules, they can and will use stuff like this. This is the reason why I built the Grass and Lightning deck, because they're forcing you to play with 4 Pikachu. I think she has to play with 4 Pikachu as well, but I'm not immediately certain. However, because of that fact, they will very often use the cards to counteract you in that sense. Kind of like that trainer that wanted only grass energy on you, using the Charmander stuff, because, yeah, they do that, and they're dicks like that. So, that is exactly why I have the grass types in here, because they're kind of very good against the other type of this lot. Unfortunately, I only have lightning energy to start with, so although I would really like to get this Venomoth out, I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to, but I might as well at least try, so... well, I mean, it's either that or... I could get Pinsir, but Pinsir can't really do much. I could get Cypher, because Cypher would be very good against them, but it's maybe better just getting a Venonat and working from there. Venomoth does have a fighting resistance, which is very good, so if I put that down just now, and then I'll use it when I can. But for just now, it's just going to have to be Thundershocks. It's actually getting some heads here. I've been getting more heads recently. It's almost disturbing in a way, because I never used to get that. Lightning energy on Sandshrew, that ain't gonna do you much good, miss, because She can't really use lightning energy. Maybe I should have gotten the Cypher now. If I'm gonna get double colorless, I could have had it charged up now. God dang it. Whatever, doesn't matter. Thunder Punch is not going to hit myself. Wow, this is a very good start to this video. We are not hurting ourselves, we are getting a nightly garbage run that's kind of useless actually, but we're still getting stuff. She looked oddly smug there, and that's a pretty neat little Pikachu that she's got there. I gotta say, I like that Pikachu. That Pikachu is quite a good one. And Jolteon, can't use it, not really any interest at the moment. I don't have anything that I can play from this hand right now at all. It's definitely a dead draw. I sort of want to put this down anyway because Venomoth has got no retreat cost and the fighting resistance, as I said. So if I can get out to it eventually, then maybe that's a good idea. Right now though, as I said, there's not much I can do, so I've just got to hope that I flip heads here, as I do, of course. That gets me 10 damage, at least. That's something. At the moment, yuck. At the moment, this is going to be a big pain in the ass, because now I'm going to take 20 damage, I'm going to not be able to do anything to it, unless I flip 2 heads or something. Pinsir is not going to help right now. Maybe I should have used the other one, because that could have had Slash, and that could have been useful. I can't afford to stay in, so I'm just going to use the double colorless energy to switch out to Venomoth. Venomoth does not have anything it can really do against Sandshrew right now, but at least it won't take any damage, that's the main thing. Oh, that Raichu could be scary because she's now switching out to it, and apparently she has a rainbow energy, and that is not good. But it's okay because, as I said, Venomoth has got no retreat cost, so I'm just going to go straight back out to Electabuzz. The reason she didn't attack there, by the way, is because this Raichu only does stuff against water energy holders. For some reason, I have no idea why. Also, my mouse is coming up there. Of course, because as I said, VBA is a not full screen thing, even though it's full screen. Whatever. Point is, she can do stuff to water. She can also do a 30 damage plus paralysis attack. It's a really crap Raichu, to be honest. But it's a Raichu nonetheless, and Venomoth can't touch it. So, wow, all of the heads here. Seriously, this Golbat coin, it's pretty lucky. I might actually use this Golbat coin more often then. Master Ball, one of the best searching cards of the game, I guess. You don't always get something, but you usually do, and it's usually very good. Combine that with Trader, and you tend to get whatever the hell you want from your deck. And of course, she gets to retreat out, which sucks. She's got fighting energy, which sucks even more. And I kind of can't do jack shit to this in its place. God damn it. More Pikachu, more uselessness. I can't afford this at all. This is not good. I'm going to play the switch here. I'm going to try and bait her to go back into that Raichu. I'm hoping she'll go back into that Raichu. Or she could just draw Electabuzz and completely screw me over. But she does go back into the Raichu, which is good. So now I can finally get a grass energy. Holy crap, that took forever. I know I've only got 7 in the deck or so, but still, that, you know, I'm not getting any draw cards either, so really I'm just getting nothing here. Anyway, to stop myself from potentially hurting myself, I'm just going to use the Thunder Shock instead. But apparently I get a 5th heads in a row? What the hell is this? I don't get this sort of head thing. There's another Venomoth for you. This one also has 0 retreat, which is quite cool. She sent out the Sandshrew, by the way, just in case you missed that, which is quite possible. I need another energy, and if I could get another energy, then I would be very happy right now. I get a Cypher instead. Cypher might be useful. Yeah, sort of iffy on whether that's going to be the case or not. But anyhow, it does have that fighting resistance. It also has 0 retreat cost. A lot of the grass... There we go! Finally! Finally got a Tails. That actually helped in a way, because that meant I didn't kill myself, and she had to kill me instead. But yeah, finally! Freaking 5 heads in a row. What the hell is that crap all about? Whatever, I'm gonna send out Cypher because it's got 0 retreat, and blah. Finally getting a draw card, so maybe we can get some acceleration going here. Jeez. Another grass energy, always good. The fact that I have Cypher and Venomoth now means that I can cycle between her weaknesses quite good, because she has Sandshrew, which means that Electabuzz takes super effective damage if I shift to the fighting type. But I have Cypher, so I can shift back if she sends in Sandshrew. So it's all good, right? And with that heads right there, that makes 6 out of 7, that's scary. But it also means I get the poison off you, so with a poison and confusion, she'll die at the end of her turn if she doesn't switch. If she does switch, it's a 50% chance that it won't work, which is what she's going to try now, and she fails. So she has to pay the cost, which I think is not... No, confusion doesn't actually do that anymore, does it? I forget, because I know confusion changed so that it's 3 damage counters instead of 20 damage, and I can't remember if it actually changed so that you don't have to worry about retreat costs and stuff now as well. You can just retreat even if you're confused. I can't remember if that's the case or not. Somebody ought to tell me if it is, because, yeah, I don't really follow the modern TCG that much, as you can tell, because I'm clearly not able to answer that question. Anyway, that was only a question posed by myself and not anyone else. It's pretty great how that works, that you can't even answer your own questions. But I can now switch to the fighting type so that I hit the super effective thing on this Electabuzz, which is pretty damn awesome, because otherwise it's gonna hurt. Getting more heads, all of the freaking heads in this episode so far, that is pretty great. It's very, very good if you're using this Venomoth though, because it means you get poison and confusion on the thing, and now I think I should be pretty well okay. Because yep, she gets the retreat out, but that's fine, because she's going to go to a Sandshrew. I can shift back to the grass type, and she's healing Electabuzz, which is good. I can shift back to the grass type. I have plus powers, so that is okay. And with that, I think this game is won. Or I don't have a plus power, because I've already used it. God dang it. Yes. So I guess I've just got to hope that I get another heads then. Which I do. Holy... What? What is going on here? The statistics, they're gonna be ruined forever. No. Not that it even matters. That's not like a concern at all. But it does show that sometimes luck really favors one person so badly. Well, I mean, it's not as if she did that badly that way. I think she got maybe 2 coin tosses off, and it was 50-50. Something like that. We get another Dark Charizard, because I totally need a 3rd Dark Charizard. Or is it a 4th one by now? I forget. I don't even know anymore, that's how bad it is. But anyway, yes, we have that. You might well be courageous later, who knows. But yes, the doors can open for us, which is good. Lots of beeping so that the doors will open, and chip. Okay, Grandmaster Steve, yes, the lightning guy. Unfortunately, I need to change my deck around again before I do that, and then I screen capture because I keep forgetting that it's not X. Whatever. Meet you guys in a minute. Okay, so obviously the restriction for this next place is going to be all lightning energy, so that's a theme which you're going to see in all of these places, is there's going to be one trainer which wants you to use only the energy of the club that you're at, or the fortress, sorry, that you're at. So yeah, I just have to go with that. I decided I'd take out the Raichu stuff because they suck, although, well, Dark Raichu is really good, but the Pikachus that I've got are terrible, and well, unfortunately Electrode is not a whole lot better, but I don't have any Magneton apart from that Microwave one, and that one's really bad. So, I kind of am just going with Electrode because I can. I'm using 4 Voltorb instead of 3 because this one's Group Spark might come in handy. It also has 0 retreat cost, so yeah. And Voltorb is a very good early game hitter, so that's why I've got that. Jolteons, because I've been flipping tons of heads this video so far, so I might as well see if it'll hold. And the trainer line is fairly standard, I suppose, more Gust of Wind than before. I will switch around some of these at some point, but most of the time, unless I get stuff like more Computer Search or more of some of the other cards we'll get, really the trainers are going to stay just about the same because they work the best for what I've got so far, you know? No point in changing what doesn't need to be changed. Anyway, this guy is Chip, and he was also one of the Great Rocket members, so yes, beaten before, blah blah, whatever, we're gonna have to fight him again, and the only energy allowed is lightning, as I've said before, so yeah. Stan! Whatever, yes, let's fight. I don't think this guy does use fighting types as well, because again, he's also restricted by the lightning energy thing, which for fighting types there's not really any which use colorless energy. I think. Sandshrew, there's one Sandshrew that might be an exception to that, but whatever. An Electrode in the starting hand, not terrible. Let's go with this Voltorb though, because it's the more damaging one. I only have one energy, which is why I want to go with a card that's got the most damage capabilities here. Especially when he plays first, and he's using exactly the same thing. Wow, okay, that's going to be a bit obnoxious, guy. You're a pain in the ass, you know that? Oh, yuck. Well, what I could actually do is sacrifice this Voltorb and put this other one down. That is a distinct possibility, because if I've read this right, and I hope to God that it actually does work this way, the Voltorb's attack does say 20 damage plus 10 more times the number of Voltorb in play. Now, I'm not sure if it counts itself in this, I think it doesn't. But either way, I've got a plus power, so if it counts his Voltorb, then I can do 40 damage with the plus power. You son of a bitch! Oh no, that's not what I was planning at all. I was hoping that it wouldn't evolve, but yikes. Now I'm a bit stuffed. Because I was kind of hoping that wouldn't happen. Well, I guess that's how the game goes, right? Oh man, I was not expecting that for some reason. Looks like I'm probably gonna lose this one then, because I don't think I can actually take it out in a relatively good space of time. Whatever, let's just evolve anyway, and see, if I was going first, this would be a non-issue. But because I went second and he got to evolve on turn 2, that's how it goes. It just, this is it. I mean, I can take it out before it kills me, but I don't have any energy whatsoever to put on the next guy, so when my Electrode here falls, I'm completely stuffed. And he does have energy on other things here as well, so it's not as if I can take the time to set stuff up, but whatever, gonna go with the EV, not evolve it just now because I don't need to evolve it yet. I'm hoping to get another energy before I evolve it, and that's what I do get. Okay, so that works. And yeah, I was afraid of that. Dark Magneton is a pretty nasty Pokemon if you let it do stuff, and I have to because yeah, it can do 30 damage as you see here, and it's now going to actually switch one of the energy on my Electrode to my Eevee. Which is secretly a good thing, because I was going to lose that energy from a knockout anyway, and now I have 2 energy on the Eevee, I have 1 in hand, I actually have 2 in hand, but yeah, now I can evolve into this Jolteon, and I can hope to God that I get enough power out of this. The Magneton itself, if you don't have any Pokemon available, then it doesn't do its effect. But the fact of it does 30 for 2 is quite nice, and has a disruption effect too. If you don't want that, Sonic Boom can hit resistances as well, which is quite nice. Anyway, pin this out, 4 coins, 20 per heads. We're gonna see if I can flip 3 out of 4 here, that would be very good. Except I don't think I'm going to, not at all. I am just gonna flip one, because this is how Pin Missile works. You don't get any heads out of it whatsoever. Yes, it was looking so good at the start, and then it just went to hell. But it's almost okay. I mean, I'm taking a lot of damage here, and I don't have anything else whatsoever. Bill, please give me a Pokemon that I can put down. That would be very good. You give me a Dark Jolteon when I don't have any EVs. Man. So, 2 in 4. Can we get it this time? No, we cannot. Unless I get 1 in 2 here. Yes, I can. Okay, I take that back. Apparently I can get just 2 out of 4. Wow. But that's okay, because we've knocked that out. I've got 40 HP, and I've got to hope to God I can summon something else before too long. Because we are apparently playing dual monsters now. But yes, I'm not going to get the chance to because self-destruct. I forgot about that. Man, that sucks. Whatever. That sometimes happens. When you go second, that's what happens. So, yeah, sometimes you do lose. And unfortunately, this is one of those times. Of course I got the flying Pikachu out of the thing there. Well, if I was... yeah, I would be looking at that, right? Because I don't get to see his card. Of course I get a basic Pokemon out of that prize instead. Yes. You did indeed win. But that doesn't matter, because we're going to freaking challenge you again anyway, and that's hopefully going to be different this time. Hopefully I'm not going to go second against an Electrode first up. That's what really killed it. I had a plan to one-hit kill that Voltorb, and, well, it couldn't work. But, whatever, that's sometimes the way the game goes. And hopefully he's not going to have that Voltorb out right from the start, because that would suck. But, of course, he has the other Voltorb instead, which is possibly even more obnoxious normally. However, it won't really be... Jesus Christ, seriously? It won't really be an issue at this point, because I kind of have Dark Jolteon in hand. So, with that, he'll be able to do 10 damage. If he paralyzes me, good for him! I get to evolve and get rid of it. And Dark Jolteon does 20 for 1, so... This is one of the good situations about evolutions, and hey, a Voltorb there. We are actually doing good with this hand. See, this hand is much better than what I got before, so it's nice. But yeah, Lightning Flash 20 plus the whole mischance thing, which is quite good. For a single Lightning Energy, that is actually a very fantastic attack, and that's why I say that these Pokemon are actually very good. However, the catch is, when you're up against a high-power opponent, it doesn't do as well. And this Pikachu is most definitely a high-energy and high-output opponent. Its Thunderbolt does make it discard all the energy on it, but it kind of does 50 damage in one hit. I don't exactly have the ability to take 50 damage in one shot. So if it hits, I'm sort of screwed, and I maybe should have attached the energy to Jolteon instead and gone for the Thunder attack, but I'm sort of not really feeling that at the moment. Of course he uses the energy removal on the Voltorb instead. Does he get the heads? No, he doesn't, so I was right to do that, because if I flipped tails then it would have been even worse, so... yeah, can attach to Dark Jolteon, I can Thunder attack for 30, if I hurt myself then it's too bad, but it gets rid of the silliness that is that Pikachu, and that is more important. So, Mr. Electabuzz, what are you gonna do to me? You're gonna paralyze the crap out of me, aren't you? Because that's what Electabuzz generally does. But not this time, apparently. Fair enough. Now, the difficulty here is that if he attaches another energy, then he's going to be able to one-hit kill me regardless, but if he doesn't, and I happen to go ahead and work that out myself, if I hurt myself, then he kind of gets the kill, but if I have my own Electabuzz and I flip aheads, then it's all if and then and buts and maybes, and I don't like this at all. I don't actually know what I want to get out. I kind of wouldn't mind getting out Electrode. and trying for the Chain Lightning, because I don't have any Lightning Pokemon myself right now. But that doesn't seem like the most reliable course of action. Maybe what I'm just going to do is get the Electabuzz, charge up the Electabuzz, and see if I can get heads on Thunder Punch. Assuming that I need to, which I am going to need to, because that's what happened. You can't predict these things. That's the problem sometimes with the game as a whole, is that you can't really predict what's going to happen if it relies on a coin toss in one way or another. And the fact that he now has Thunder Punch available does hurt, because now I have to get a heads here, or get a plus power, one of the two. And I don't have a plus power. I could computer search for a plus power. Actually seems like a tempting option to computer search a plus power just to take the luck aspect out here. I have 2 prizes left, and all he has otherwise is a Zapdos. You know what? I am totally going to do that. Computer search is here for a reason, and that reason is to use it when you've got it. So computer search out plus power, get this energy attached, and Thunder Punch for the guaranteed kill. Which I needed, because I was going to kill myself otherwise instead. Wow. Of course, the plus power does mean I hurt myself for more damage than normal, so that's the disadvantage of Electabuzz and plus power. But oh well, he's only got Zapdos left. Zapdos takes 4 energy, I take no energy, because I've already got 2 on me, and I 3-hit kill it regardless of heads or tails. So this game is mine no matter what happens. Because I can't kill myself outright, because I'm not going to do enough damage to myself. If he brings another Pokemon down, I can Gust of Wind it out. Potion might actually hurt a bit more. Depends if he's got 4 energy or not, and whether or not I flip more heads and tails and stuff. Yeah, that potion might actually screw me up a bit more than I was thinking, but he's 40 damage away from a kill. I might still be able to get the kill before he does anything else. I'm hoping I still get the kill off before he does anything else, but even if not... Wow, hello there, plus power! I was just about to say, even if not, I still have Voltorb Speedball, which would win me the game, assuming he didn't have another potion. Which is a fairly big assumption, I must admit, but whatever. Thunder Punch, guaranteed KO no matter what happens. Again, I needed it, so that's quite lucky that I got it. And yeah, we win the game with Electabuzz doing 50 damage to itself in the end. Get another Eevee, that's fine. Well, losing to him first time is not bad considering how crap my lightning card base is at the moment. I really have nothing that I can use that way. So I don't mind losing to him the first time. That's fine, to be honest. And we get ourselves a Dark Blastoise, finally! Holy freaking hell, I was so hoping to get one of these. Yes! Dark Blastoise works sort of similar to the original Blastoise without the Rain Dance, and with 30 less HP. But the key difference is that its attack, not only does it take 2 energy, okay, it only starts at 30 damage, but it takes 1 less energy to begin with, which means you only have to have 4 on it as a max, but it does more damage per water energy than the original Blastoise. Which means for 2 energy you do 30, for the 3 energy cost that Hydro Pump starts at you do 50 instead of 40, and for 4 energy you do 70 instead of 50. That makes this thing a lot more powerful, although it is a bit slower to set up because it takes single energy attachment stuff, but a lot more powerful, which is really, really good. I like this card a lot. It's one of the more damaging cards you'll find. And Rocket Tackle does damage to itself, which is kind of annoying, but it takes less water energy to use, so if you're using it in the dual colour deck, you might find yourself using this. And it does have the chance of blocking damage next turn. So if you've got defenders, it would be a good attack, I guess. But 40 for free is alright, but you're going to do more damage off a Hydro Cannon, so just stick with Hydro Cannon. Dark Electrode, I guess I should show that off because I ain't got it. It's completely crap. You do 10 damage for 1 energy, you do 30, yeah, still 30 for 2, and you've got to get rid of all the energy on Electrode in order to use it. If you don't have anything on the bench to take the energy, you just fail entirely. It's not a good card in the slightest. It's not got nearly enough HP, it's got a retreat cost, it's not got a resistance, it's just terrible. Don't use it. nothing else of note, I think, because we already got the rest of it. So, yeah, defeated stuff is what we've got. Methods, blah, we're going to do that. And he's going to shake the screen like he shook the screen the last couple of times we saw him, and Steve is here. Steve the Steve, and all of that, I don't know. Have you seen Marek anywhere, just out of interest? I guess the guy could have kind of looked a little bit like Marek there. If you really think about it, he could have been a Marek sort of clone. Anyway, not the point. We have got ourselves an Electabuzz. Again, it's kind of crap, but it's better than the Thundershock one at the very least. You know, the just Thundershock one. Half damage? It's okay. The good thing about this Electabuzz though is that it takes only colorless energy if you want to do damage with it, which means you can use it in other deck types, such as a water deck, I suppose, if you want, or a fire deck is the other option for it. If you use it in a fire deck, then the water types will get hit by it. And if the good combination then, if you use this with Cypher, then you'll have an advantage against any water type with one of the two of them. Okay, it's quick attack, so it's not the best thing ever, but it's better than Flying Pikachu's Fly, and that's about the only other option you've got if you want stuff that way. Or you could do what I did originally and use the Game Boy Jolteon as well, that's pretty good. Whatever. He's not Stan, he's Steve. But here is an important mechanic which we will see once more in the game later. He is going to get booster packs to take to the original island. Which means now that the game has opened up another type of booster pack. So that's good. We can look at them later. I don't actually remember who gives you them necessarily, but we'll find them later. Anyway, that is enough for this part, because we have a leader to take on next time, and I'm not going to do that in this video because I'm a douche like that. I don't know, I want to build another deck against her anyway. So, this has been GamerCow playing the Pokémon Trading Card Game 2. And join us next time when we take on Catherine and her up to lightning powers. Don't know quite how I'm going to handle that yet. I'm sort of I've got an idea as to what I want to do with it, and yeah, it should be good.